Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Toxic Avenger. And this is a new body, horror, action, comedy, sci-fi film coming to you from writer-director Macon Blair, who previously did films like Blue Ruin, starred as a part of Green Room, and here we have Peter Dinklage, who is Winston, who is a single father to his stepson, played by Jacob Tremblay, who winds up finding out that he has cancer, getting caught in this situation, desperate, tries to steal money from his horrible boss, Kevin Bacon, and winds up being covered in this toxic waste and turned into Toxie, the Toxic Avenger, and who uses a disgusting mop covered in radioactive toxic goo, just like straight up destroying people with every swing. And while he has to team up with JJ, played by Taylor Page, who's trying to take this house of cards down of this corrupt company led by Kevin Bacon. And this film, obviously, is a remake of The Toxic Avenger from the 80s, which, to be honest, really didn't have characters. They were all cartoons, and the performances were all turned up to, like, 20, and you didn't really feel a connection. What I appreciate about Blair's story here, which this film lacks the same kind of wildness as the original film and just pure camp, it takes itself a little bit more seriously. Not to say that it doesn't have great comedy in it, we'll get to that in a minute, but here we feel for Winston, and I think Peter Dinklage gives a strong performance that is empathetic, and we care. We want to see him and his son prevail and be okay. We want to see the scumbag Kevin Bacon get taken down a notch, and we get to see this journey, this progression. And this film, from a directing standpoint, I really appreciate the practical effects of makeup with Elijah Wood's character and Toxie, and especially later in the film, some of the other dark, twisted things that happen. They really sell that. Sure, there's some CGI moments that look really bad, but maybe it's part of the charm. But generally, they do a lot of great special effects for this. This film has a little bit more of like a serious edge to it at times, but doesn't stop it from going completely insane with like Toxie showing up to a concert to take out a whole entire just hardcore band who is working for Bacon's organization to try to, snuff out any kind of counterintelligence or counterterrorism that could be taking down this company. And the ridiculousness of Dinklage's performance is so committed and so endearing, and you love to see the human connections that you have in this film. But then you have the action, which is wild. CGI blood everywhere, limbs popping, limbs getting ripped off, all of these things. It goes completely bonkers, and there's some even darker, more disturbing imagery that happens later, but Toxic Avenger certainly nails the action in this wild, over-the-top, insane approach to it, and it really works for this film. Now, narratively, this film feels very basic and hits on a lot of tropes, but it does actually feel like a film and not just this crazy running gag of things like the original Toxic Avenger. There is real empathy that we feel for Winston, and we buy into his plight. We want him to succeed, and we get behind him. And this film, sure, has some elements, like I don't know how much Taylor Page's character was so necessary to this film or not, but overall, I think this still delivers on a bonkers, ridiculous, bloody good time from an action standpoint. But if you try to dig anything deeper, there's a heart there. There's a good beating heart there, but so much of the other elements that you would want to explore, like this takes it real simple and keeps it easy. And it's not a great film. It's not a perfect film, but it's a darn good time for sure. But those are my thoughts on The Toxic Avenger. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.